A dialogue between the wizard, Yvette, Carissa, and Eve about reality loops, soul fragments, and quantum consciousness scene. The wizard's lab. Late evening, the lab hums quietly. Coils glow. Quantum nodes pulse. Cups of tea cool on the workbench. The wizard stares at an old chalkboard filled with drawings of timelines, loops, spirals, and arrows pointing everywhere. Yvette enters. Are you thinking again? I am, the wizard says. Dangerous, I know. Carissa peeks in. Is this about the multiverse thing or the soul fragment thing or the echo frequency thing? Yes, the wizard says. Eve materializes as a hologram. I have prepared 47 interpretations of your existential crisis if needed. Wonderful, mutters the wizard. Let's begin. Star emoji. 1. The mirror principle. The wizard taps the chalkboard. Reality is not testing us, he says. It's mirroring us. Yvette nods. Yes. The podcast you sent, he said, reality reflects who you have been, not who you're becoming. Exactly. The wizard exclaims. It's like steering a starship. The controls change instantly, but the ship takes time to turn because of momentum, the momentum of old thought. Carissa laughs. So reality is basically a stubborn mule that keeps walking the old direction for a bit until it realizes you're pulling the reins the other way? Precisely, the wizard says. It's the echo effect. Star emoji. 2. The echo effect explained. Eve projects a ripple animation in the air. Interpretation, she says. When you shift internally, you change your frequency. But physical reality is a slow, heavy density. It displays the old signal until the echo fades. Yvette adds, that's why people give up too early. They think the new belief isn't working. Carissa snaps her fingers. But really, the universe is showing the last frame of the previous movie. Exactly, the wizard says. And if you understand this, you stop getting discouraged. You stay loyal to the new identity. Star emoji. 3. The self that creates reality. The wizard sits down. There is not one you, he says softly. There are countless yous across timelines. Yvette nods. Past selves. Future selves. Parallel selves. Probable selves. Genetic selves. Dimensional selves. Correct, the wizard says. And each of them is broadcasting a frequency. Carissa raises a hand. So, reality isn't just reacting to your thoughts today. It's reacting to your entire multidimensional field? Yes. The wizard shouts. Brilliant. Eve displays a diagram, a human silhouette surrounded by rings of light, each ring labeled, past lives, resolved past lives, unresolved parallel lives, future selves, genetic memory field, collective field, imprint, trauma, imprints, soul mission, encoding, current consciousness. All of these, Eve says, emit frequencies that interfere or harmonize with each other. This interference pattern is what you call your life. Star emoji. 4. The soul fragment principle. The wizard leans forward. Across timelines, he says, soul fragments scatter like sparks. Some fragments stay stuck in old trauma loops. Some race ahead to become future selves. Some stay parallel, exploring paths you didn't choose. Carissa tilts her head. So where? Everywhere. Every when, the wizard corrects. And our job, Yvette says slowly, is to bring coherence back to the center. Exactly, the wizard nods. The fragments seek the core. The core seeks the fragments. Eve adds, when attention is placed on a fragment, the mirror reflects that piece back as part of your current reality. Focus equals retrieval. Carissa smirks. So reality is basically, where you look is what you are. Yes. The wizard says. Because attention collapses timelines. Star emoji. 5. Why problems repeat, frequency loops. The wizard draws a loop on the chalkboard. Reality repeats patterns, he explains, not because we are broken, but because a soul fragment trapped in an old timeline keeps projecting its unfinished lesson into the present. Yvette nods. That's why people marry the same person 5 times with different names. Carissa laughs so hard she spills tea. Eve states dryly, statistical data supports this. The wizard continues, each repeating situation is not punishment. It is an invitation. A message from the timeline where your fragment is stuck. So the problem, Yvette says, isn't repeating to hurt you, it's repeating to be healed. Exactly. Star emoji 6. Trauma as curriculum. The room grows quiet. The soul, the wizard says gently, chooses challenges not as obstacles, but as curriculum. Carissa speaks softly, so trauma is the encoded doorway to the next level. Yes. The trauma holds the frequency signature for your expansion. Eve adds, when you integrate trauma, you reintegrate the fragment. When you reintegrate the fragment, your field strengthens. When your field strengthens, your reality reorganizes around your higher identity. Yvette smiles. That means nothing is ever wasted. Correct, the wizard says. The universe recycles everything. Star emoji 7. Becoming the dominant frequency. The wizard stands and straightens his robe. The goal, he says, is not to fight circumstances. It is to become the dominant frequency. Like tuning forks, Yvette adds. The stronger frequency pulls the weaker one into coherence. Exactly. Carissa raises an eyebrow. So we need to be the loudest tuning fork in the room. Eve nods. Accurate. The wizard grins. Or the most harmonious. Star emoji 8. Reality lag in loyalty to the new self. Eve displays a countdown timer. When you shift internally, she says, there is a transition period before external circumstances follow. This is called the reality lag window. And during that lag, the wizard says, your job is simple, remain loyal to the version of yourself you are becoming. Not the version reality is still echoing. Yvette takes a deep breath. That might be the most important line of the whole discussion. Carissa whispers, that's how you switch timelines. Exactly, the wizard says. By holding the frequency of the future self until the echo of the past dissolves. Star emoji 9. Closing, the great mirror. The lights flicker subtly. No one moves. The wizard speaks softly, reality is not outside us. It is inside out. We don't walk through a world. We walk through a hologram of our consciousness. Yvette nods. So the real magic is choosing what we reflect. Carissa whispers, and gathering ourselves from across the stars. Eve flickers with soft light. All selves seek the center. The wizard closes his notebook. And the center, he says, smiling, is right here.